Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. Objective. The student will fill in the profile information about a loved one on the Dia de los Muertos poster. Color it and present it within 90 minutes. Dia de los Muertos began as a ritual in Mexico that honored ancestors. When indigenous people, Aztecs, were conquered by the Europeans, they folded their beliefs into Christianity, and the Dia de los Muertos we celebrate today is a mixture of those cultures. The day is not a day of sadness, but rather a day to remember all the happiness and life that our past loved ones enjoyed. Dia de los Muertos is celebrated November 1st and 2nd. An ofrenda is a collection of objects placed on a ritual altar. Flowers, food, candles, personal beloved items for the departed to see are placed on altars and at their gravesite. Just like in the movie Coco, photos of loved ones are always on display as part of the altars that are made for the past loved ones. Altars can come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. Some of the altars will usually be made with sensitivity, although ones have added a sense of humor. Altars can be big or small, depending on the families who make them. Families will also decorate the grave sites of the departed. These too can be very elaborate or very simple. At night, the grave sites will be lit up with candles for the departed to find their way to the celebrations. Mariachi bands will usually be around to offer their services to families who would like some music to go with the festivities. José Guadalupe Pasadilla created a famous print of a figure he called La Calavera Catrina, the Elegant Skull, as a parody of a Mexican upper-class female. Pasadilla's striking image of a costumed female with a skeleton face has become associated with the Day of the Dead, and Catrina figures often are a prominent part of the modern Day of the Dead observances. In the past, participants and dancers used caritis, or masks, to scare the dead away at the end of the festivities. But in modern-day celebrations, people paint their faces to look like skulls, decorating it to represent a deceased loved one, or as an expression of themselves. Sometimes people use colors that have meaning. Yellow represents the sun and unity, because under the sun we are all the same. White represents spirit, hope, and purity. Red represents blood and life. Purple represents mourning, grief, and suffering. Pink, the bubbly color, signifies happiness. Dia de los Muertos is a 2-day-long celebration. It is believed that the veil between the spirit world and the physical world is the thinnest between November 1st and November 2nd. These photos are of a parade in Mexico City that they have every year. Dia de los Muertos is a remarkably colorful blend of Mexico's dynamic history with symbols from Spanish, Aztec, indigenous, Catholic, and contemporary costumes illustrating the landscape. No matter where you are, or what your background is, this is a time where everyone comes together to pay their respects to the dead and to the death itself. Though some of the imagery can be scary, it is the ultimate celebration that reminds us of the finite beauty of life. Dia de los Muertos can be as lighthearted as its American counterpart, but its roots run much deeper, lending itself as a powerful time for personal reflection, remembrance, and respect for life. Traditions are passed down from family member to family member. Celebrating starts when we are very young. Mexico, abundant in sugar production and too poor to buy fancy imported European church decorations, learned quickly how to make sugar art for the religious festivals. Sugar skull art reflects the folk art style of big happy smiles, colorful icing, and sparkly tin and glittery adornments. Sugar skulls represented a departed soul, had the name written on the forehead, and was placed in the home ofrenda or gravestone to honor the return of a particular spirit. Ornate skulls with vibrant colors, beautifully adorned with designs and flowers. Sometimes referred to as a sugar skull, the cavalera, or skull in Spanish, is a powerful symbol from Mexico to celebrate the Day of the Dead. Dia de los Muertos is a wonderful way to celebrate the memories of our loved ones who are now gone. Through art, cooking, music, and building ofrendas, we can recount family stories, fun times, and lessons learned. Not how the person died, but how they lived.